Okay, well, the time has come to finally get rid of this thing. It's a little dirty. It's a little crusty from sitting back here. And it's time to see if this thing will finally do something. So it's going to its new home. Good old Induction Performance. There's definitely an animal living there. All right, guys. Look at that, the Supra on the trailer. I have not moved this thing in, oh man, what is it? 3 years I haven't moved this car, and it's finally moving now. It is off to Induction Performance. Unfortunately, it's not my build anymore. Aside from that, it is on the trailer, and guess what? That winch that's in the wrong spot and would never work, freaking worked again. I'm gonna try to clean some of this off. It's like tar from my roof, unfortunately, and then under the hood it's just pretty rough. Yeah, it smells like urine under here. There's probably an animal, so I'm gonna go park this in the driveway for the night, leave this open, and hopefully there's no animal in the morning, and then I can toss this nest out of here and we can go from there. So that's where we're at. I am sweating. This is my 5th shirt of the day, 10th or 50th, I don't even know, but we're gonna bring this car up to induction tomorrow, and those guys will be taking it from here. Well, guys, I didn't really show it, but the Supra is gone. It is now Induction Performance's car. They're gonna be, I don't know what their plan is, probably just fix it up, make it nice-ish, and then sell it, flip it, whatever they want to do. It needs some stuff to run right. It was not running well at all. We were able to drive it, but it's rod knocking. It needs a crank, oil pump, and it needs an engine basically gone through. So not really something I cared to take on. I did not have any desire to work on that thing. Unfortunately, sometimes you just have to make those decisions. Like, I didn't want to get rid of it, but if it sat there for another year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, it's just gonna get worse and worse. And I had no desire to work on it. I had no desire to put any money into it, no parts, nothing like that. So it was definitely in my best interest to just get rid of it now so that it doesn't sit around any longer. I felt bad it just sitting there, and it's better off in somebody else's hands to continue on whatever you want to call it. Either if they store it for a while as they work on it, or if they sell it, get rid of it, whatever it is. I mean, it's theirs now. I'm happy about that. I'm glad that they have it out of anyone, so pretty cool. But hope you guys understand, sometimes you just know when you're not going to work on a project, and it didn't have an indoor parking space, so it was just getting worse and worse. So that's where we're at. Yeah, I guess the plan, so to reiterate, the plan was always to build that car with a 2JZ, built 2J, a 67mm turbo, and an A340 from ATF Speed Trans, from ATF Transmissions, who built the Power Glide that's in my car now, in the Camaro. But when I bought the Camaro and started building that, I realized I wanted to put the 2J in there, so the parts were all basically repurposed. Basically everything was repurposed or sold or traded, and now we ended up with what we have now. So the option was build a entirely new engine, transmission, get a new ECU, get a new wiring harness, all the things that went on the Camaro I would have to buy again, obviously, for the Supra. So basically I would spend another, 20, 30, 40 grand building that car to be a good street cruiser that makes like 800, 900,000 horsepower-ish, around there. We were gonna have some maps, and that was gonna be the goal, 800 horsepower to 1,000 horsepower street cruiser. But in my life right now, I currently have no desire for I currently have no need. Obviously, everybody wants a 1,000 horsepower street cruiser. It wouldn't be like a street race car because it wouldn't have a cage in it. It wouldn't be like suspension-wise set up for that. So it would be a truly legitimate build to just go drive on the street car, not like a street car like we talk about now. So the thing was, like, I'm just like, I don't need that. I don't need a 1,000 horsepower street car. I just don't. Like, I used to at one point in my life go drive on the street with my friends and we would rip around and all that kind of stuff, but like I don't do that anymore. I don't desire to do that. I don't want to go out, like rarely maybe go out at like, you know, 11 o'clock at night and cruise around on the street, but it just doesn't happen like it used to. So there's no need for me to build that car to do that. Yeah, it could be a date night car, but like what fun is that? I have the CTSV. So that's where I'm at. Didn't feel the need to build that, didn't have the desire to build that, didn't have the idea, didn't want to put that kind of money into it. That's where I guess I was going with that rant. So if you guys were wondering why it's gone, that's why, because I don't need it. I don't need a street car. And it's not going to be a drag car because it would be not in my best interest to turn that into a drag car, because it's a clean Mark III Supra. It's clean-ish, you know, it's not perfect, but it's pretty nice. So it's not really a good drag car start. And then there you're talking about spending 80 to 100 grand to build this thing into a race car, when I already have a race car that's pretty good, and then I already have the Mustang that if I put more money into that, the Mustang would just be way faster and way better start. So it's just like, it just didn't serve any purpose, and I am trying not to have cars around that are not being worked on or used. If they're not being worked on and used, they don't serve a purpose to me. So again, like I said, I will get rid of anything that isn't actively serving me a purpose, and the Supra was huge on that list, so feels good to have that out of my hair. All right guys, well this is where the poor old Supra sat. That's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that shed some light on things, but that will do it. Thanks for watching. Keep it saucy. I'll see you next time.